15 years. It's a we though. Kathy was in the beginning, right?
That's nice stuff.
In fact, very similar. Kathy came, right? Just wanted to learn martial arts, get to know people, have friends. Tell me how you feel. Well, like everybody else, I mean, awesome. This is probably what is deserved for her, right? And for the community, that a human being of that nature, finally to get what's coming to them.
I mean, did you feel this day would actually come?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the pressing investigation, Stoughton PD staying, you know, vigilant, moving forward with it, having the FBI involved, eventually the evidence will come out, and it did.
Frustrated at this, just this wait for years.
Yeah, I mean, so the frustration is, from a community standpoint, I've been here my entire life, 57 years, and to see my friends and my fellow Stoughttonians and those that came into this town, you know, the way they feel about, Sandra, and, them expressing their anger, but not, entirely knowing what was going on here, not knowing the backstory, the investigation, and some were, feeling a little, you know, not happy towards the Stoughton PD, but they finally came through, and now the town hopefully can all together come together as a community. You know,
It's a real healing. It sounds like.
yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, in terms for me, and I've known Sandra since she was 10 years old. I knew the family. I grew up with the family, and Sandra had come through our doors probably over 300 times. So from the time she started 10 years of age until just maybe a year before she passed, she was a student here. But they always come in here with a positive outlook. So I mean, I have over 1,000 students come through our school, and I can pretty much look at any of them and say, yeah, they had bad days. So never had a bad day in our school. Always had a smile. Was always happy. Always happy. And in the end result, she's gone, right? But knowing that her perpetrator is facing justice, it is reassuring.
What do you want people to know about her?
Well, exactly what I said. She was always a smile. She was. So the one thing that her mom said that always stood out for always in my mind was Denise brought her here, like I said, around the age of 10. She said, Mike, she doesn't have a father figure. She needs a male mentor. She needs, somebody that can guide her. And then knowing the circumstances, she was looking for that authority figure. She was looking for that male role model. And for these individuals to do what they did, horrible.
And police officer. I mean, this isn't just some guy in the community. It's someone with that.
Yeah. They were bad apples. He was a bad apple. There's other officers that we all know of that were involved. And what I can say is that finally the bad apples are gone. The bad apples are gone. This Stoughton PD I stand behind. Fully.
And again, just what sticks out in your mind about Sam as a kid as you saw her grow up?
She's always happy. She's always happy. Always, always, always happy. She would come in. Like we had, obviously, not obviously, but we had more boys than we had girls. And she always had a smile, like when having to grapple with the boys. Never complained, never. Whereas other students, oh wow, I got to grapple with the boys. She never did, and that's the saddest part. Like that smile, the way she looked. When she looked at you when she had a conversation, we'll never see that again.
Really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
you know in your heart she never killed herself? I mean,
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you look at the evidence, you look at the video, knowing what I knew, what others knew about her, there was not one shred of evidence that would have ever suggested that she would take her own life. Not one.
did she ever talk about this officer?
Never.
I mean, no.
Never.
Yeah. So you
No.
never knew. You never
No,
had a sense.
she never. So she was in our training facility during these same times. Yep. During the times when she was an explorer, during the times that these incidents were occurring. Never knew. Never spoke with them. So whatever ordeal that she was dealing with personally never came out.
And again, just how you're feeling today that someone's actually facing charges.
Well, I've talked to many of my friends in this community, and we're all, relieved knowing that the judicial system is doing its work.
Anything else you want to add at all?
I mean, as I said about the Stoughton PD, here in Stoughton, we have forums, and I see some of the community members, they've shown their frustration. Like I said, I've been here 57 years, heavily involved in the community, had 2 businesses here, and this department, I stand behind. Amazing men and women, many, many, many that I'm friends with, that I've known for decades, went to school with. So I could say, rest assured, that Stoughton PD, going on.
Appreciate it. Can you just say and spell your name so we have it on the camera?
Yep, Michael Varner, Michael. Varner, V as in Victor, Arner.
And what would be the right way to say it? She attended your gym, or how would you?
Training center.
Training center. Okay.
Martial arts facility.
Okay. Great. Wow. So at age 10.
Yeah. We were looking back. So I looked back on my Facebook conversations with her. We were trying to find her enrollment sheet, but based on how long we've been here, Kathy was here in the very beginning.
Yeah.
But she came maybe a year after Kathy.
You don't have photos of you guys together at all, do you?
So I can go through one of our pages.
Okay.
Which was set up at the very beginning, see if I can find it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you have my number, so
yeah,
if you find it today or something, that'd be great. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot for sharing those minutes. It's nice to remember her.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, I'm fine. He said everything so wonderfully, She was a nice girl.
That sounds like
She really was.
it's tragic.
Yeah.
I mean, that is so accurate. She never ever had a smile.
She always smiled. She came in, waved, hi. She made it a point.
She was always trying to strike up a conversation, talk about anything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Want to become a coach here.
Yeah.
So we were looking back through the text where she texted me saying, you know what, I want to coach the kids now.
Wow. Sounds like a big busy girl.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with us.
You're very welcome.
Good.
Yeah, we'll tell Tristan you said hi.
All right.
What's your name again?
Kathy.
Kathy. Yeah, that's me. And so, again, Tristan's dad retired a couple of years ago.